What is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and this is one of those difficult videos that I have to make. And when I heard the news, I first heard it on my Discord when someone posted it, and I was like, no way. And then when I seen it all over Twitter, I was like, oh no. And just very upset about it. And you guys know from the title, Kevin Conroy, better known as the definitive cartoon / video game voice actor of Batman. Pretty much, if you were born in the early 90s onward, you pretty much know who Kevin Conroy is. You pretty much have heard, or even if you haven't heard of who he is, you've heard of his voice as Batman. Because you all have watched Batman. And first exposure to Batman was Kevin Conroy. Most of us can honestly say that. Yes, you have your reruns of your Adam West shows that are being always shown. But my first real exposure to the Batman character was in the cartoons, which that was Kevin Conroy. Even if you didn't know at the time that was him, you obviously learned about it later on when you got older. And yes, there were some shows, there was some things here and there that, he couldn't do and someone else did it. But you knew instantly when you heard him, when you heard that voice, you knew who it was. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. When you heard that tone, you knew who that was. You knew. Such iconic voice, and such a good person. I don't think there's one person that I've heard anything negative towards Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy is such a good person from all counts. I never, unfortunately, and this is the sad part from me as a personal note, is that I never got to meet him. And there was one opportunity that I could have had a chance to have met him had it not been for COVID-19. He was booked to do the Niagara Falls Convention in Canada that I was planning on going to with a buddy of mine. Of course, it got canceled because of COVID. As we all know, pretty much every convention got canceled. Most of them did. At least all of them in my area they did. I know there might have been some in other areas there they did, but not here. But it got canceled, and that was, my chance, and didn't happen because of that. It's so weird because just this past summer, as I've posted this on the Instagram and the community YouTube post, but it's so weird how things happen, because just a couple of months ago, like about 5 months ago, not even, I think, in like June or July, I got an autograph from Kevin Conroy when he was doing the Streamily event, which, it's up on Streamy's channel, as well as I did the unboxing when I got it, the autograph. And it's so weird looking back at it now, because I was literally the last person, because I was just getting on break from work, and I ordered it you know, right as he was wrapping up, and he still signed it. Didn't have to, but he did. Um, and you know, it's on that video, and I've watched it a couple times. I actually just watched it again today. Um, you know how weird it is now, thinking back on it. Which, you know, right here, this was the autograph that he signed. Which you guys, if you watched my unboxing video, you've seen that you know, I got it. I even paid the extra. Not that I really needed this because he literally signed it on video, but I did get the certificate of authenticity on it as well. But you know, it was just so weird how that turned out because I was not aware of how severe his condition was. He passed away at the age of 66 due to cancer, which is, you know, very devastating. Now, I mean, there's been so many YouTubers that I've seen that have made already pretty good video tributes to Kevin Conroy, and I can go on all day on all the different great Batman projects he did. But I mean, you know, one of my you know, biggest memories, I would say, was probably the Justice League one. I do remember the Justice League 2002 series, which was a big deal at the time during Cartoon Network and Toonami. And of course, Batman was playing still. Batman the Animated Series, they were still showing in reruns and all that of it, which is good. Because I didn't watch it when it originally, you know, aired, of course. But I did see, obviously, Cartoon Network used to play a lot of reruns of stuff like that back in the day. You know, that was one of the things that I thought was a really, really good, because when Batman was on, you knew that he was like the guy, you know, he was the guy out of all of them. And I remember the Toonami bumper where they did the classic Batman versus Superman whole thing or whatever they were doing. In this day and age, they would be doing a hashtag trend, but back then that didn't exist yet. But I remember that, and I was like, man, it's always Team Batman, because you guys know I hate Superman. So I was like, Team Batman all the way. And I remember they did those like special Toonami bumpers of stuff and whatnot. I'm sure Slim D716 has them. But I mean, I remember they used to do all that stuff with you know, Batman, and it was just so awesome seeing that. And just all the other stuff that he did, you know, I mean he continued doing Batman. I mean, yeah, there were some, even towards the end, you know, he was still doing it. I mean, yeah, there were some roles that he didn't do, but, you know, for the majority of it, he would always, you know, do the majority of all the Batman stuff. And, you know, for video games and all this other stuff, you know. And it's just, you know, it's just something to see. You know, I got the Batman jersey on. And, you know, we can always talk all day about all the different Batmans. Yeah, there's the live action Batmans. There's Adam West. You know, obviously everyone loves Adam West. He was he was the original. But I mean, when you talk about all these different Batmans, you know, outside of really Adam West, I would argue that, you know, a lot of the live action Batmans that came after Adam West took inspiration from Kevin Conroy. You know, there was always some type of thing in their movies that felt like, you know, what they were doing in the cartoons in some shape or form. Um, maybe not the first one, but I see, with Christian Bale and, even Patton's, there was always some type of you know there was always some type of, I think, flavor of inspiration from what Kevin Conroy would do in the cartoons. Obviously, with um, Michael Keaton, obviously he came before Kevin Conroy, but I feel like the Batmans after him, the live action Batmans, took some type of inspiration from what he did as the cartoon Batman. Um, at least I like to think that. I maybe I'm thinking differently than other people, but I feel like that was always the go-to, because that's what everyone looked to. That's where, the buys and the merchandise and all that stuff was coming was from a lot of stuff that was going on in the cartoons, not so much the comic books. Not that the comic books didn't have an effect, but I'm saying, like, from this past these past 2 decades, I feel like that was where a lot of it was coming from. And so I really feel that there was a big boom because of Kevin Conroy's performance as Batman. And I don't think we would be looking at the character of Batman the same way had it not been for Kevin Conroy as Batman. Yes, Adam West made it popular, but the big rise of comic books and comic book heroes and all that stuff, in the 90s, really, I think, grew up from what Kevin Conroy did as Batman. And I don't think we'd be looking at the character the same without him. Especially all those years that they weren't making movies after the franchise of the original Batman cinema movies were kind of dying out. After 3 and 4 weren't exactly big hits for the Batman movies. Batman Forever, and then, of course, the infamous Batman and Robin. I think Kevin Conroy as the cartoon Batman really kind of kept that character's popularity up for all the years that they weren't doing a live action movie, until you got to Christian Bale and doing The Dark Knight and all that stuff, Batman Beginnings and stuff like that. But definitely impacted all of our childhood, I would like to think, in some fashion. I became a Batman fan, and I don't think I'd be sitting here right now, being unobjective right now. I don't think I'd be sitting here right now loving this character if it had not been for Kevin Conroy and all the years that he was doing the cartoons and doing all the other stuff and the video games and all that he did. I don't think we would look at the character the same. I mean, yeah, Batman might still be a popular character because obviously he was already there thanks to Adam West, but I don't think it would grow even further than it was had it not been for Kevin Conroy and the expansion of the character, especially all those years that we didn't have a live-action Batman movie. So, yeah, I mean, I could just keep going on all day about this with him. Again, it's my biggest regret is that I never got an opportunity to meet him. I am happy and thankful that I was able to get this just about 5 months before, he passed away, which I could not have foreseen. But it's a sad day. It's a sad day. And, I don't know who's going to take over. Not that that matters. I don't think anyone can really replace Kevin Conroy. He's such an iconic voice. And this is very difficult. Never getting to meet him. kind of sunk it more to me. You know, and yeah, I just it's just put into perspective, and you know, just keep it Batman. Just keep it Batman. Kevin, wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. If you're up there, I really hope um, there's some voicing up there that needs saving, because they need a Batman voice, and they need I am the night. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. They need that up there. They're going to need that voice up there. So, hopefully, you have more voicing saving up there, man. And just thank you for all the memories. And thank you for everything, for what you did and what you embodied for the character and the love of the character and making the character as popular as it is right now. Because we wouldn't be fans. I believe we wouldn't be fans if it wasn't for your performance as the character. That's what I gotta say, guys. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. Rest in peace, man. It's love. I'm the S Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Peace, everyone.